were working with a clinical director recently who walked out of a major product meeting feeling great. So she was clear, she was direct, she was confident in her words and her stance, and she made her points, backed them up with data. She genuinely felt she moved things forward. But then she heard the feedback passed through the channels. She's a bit too intense. And her style's just a little too aggressive. She thought in her mind that she was being assertive. She was being strong and a leader. But some people in the room, they saw it as aggression. What's happening here is bigger than one interaction. It's about an invisible line that many of us cross without ever realizing it. And it's not entirely our fault. Today, we're going to talk about that line and how to make sure that you are heard and respected without being misunderstood. To begin, we first need to understand the difference between being assertive and being aggressive. Assertiveness is about expressing your thoughts and needs with confidence while also respecting others. Aggression, on the other hand, is about forcing your opinions on others, often through intimidation or by disregarding their feelings. One builds trust and the other destroys it. So, why does confidence get misread as aggression? Often it comes down to invisible bias. Research consistently shows a significant double standard in the workplace, especially around gender and culture. Some studies show that women are often labeled as bossy or aggressive for the same exact behaviors that earn men praise for their leadership. This kind of vague but damaging feedback is common in performance reviews for women, while men, on the other hand, show the same directness, are seen as decisive. This bias is amplified even more for women of color who often face the damaging stereotype as the angry Black woman. I know I've been called that many a times, which is a microaggression used to dismiss valid points and police their tone. It also exists across cultures. What's considered direct and efficient communication in one country and culture might be seen as blunt in another country or culture, where more indirect style is valued. So when your intention is clarity, but the perception is hostility, it really can feel like a no-win situation. So how do you communicate with confident clarity without triggering those unfair biases? It's about being strategic here. Here are 5 actionable ways to ensure your assertiveness is seen for what it is, which is effective leadership. The first is master the I statement. This is a foundational tool for assertive communication. So instead of saying, you made a mistake in this report, which feels like a personal attack, you can reframe it from your own perspective. For example, you can say, I noticed a few discrepancies in the report and I'm concerned about accuracy for the client. Or instead of, you need to do this, you can say, I would like you to help with this. This shifts the focus from blame to a shared objective, making it about the work and not necessarily the person. Second, lead with facts, not absolutes. When you're being direct, ground your statements in objective reality. So instead of saying you're always late with your part of the project, which is an exaggeration that invites defensiveness, be specific. So say something like, the report has been late the last 3 times and it's impacting our team's deadline. This isn't just an opinion, it's a verifiable fact. So it moves the conversation from personal criticism to a logistical problem that needs solving. Third, commit to the work, not the person. This is a subtle but very powerful distinction. Aggressive language often feels personal. So instead of your idea will never work, try focusing on the process. So I see some potential challenges with this approach. How can we address them? This separates the person from the idea, allowing for a healthy debate without making them feel personally attacked. It also keeps the conversation very constructive. Fourth, learn to pause and ask questions. Aggressive communicators tend to steamroll, so assertive communications guide. If you disagree with something, instead of completely shutting it down, ask a question that helps reveal a potential flaw. For instance, Rather than saying, that won't work, you can ask, how do you see that being affected by the budget cuts next quarter? This allows the other person to see the issue for themselves and makes you seem insightful rather than intimidating. A well placed, thoughtful question is way more powerful than a declarative statement. And the fifth tip is to maintain assertive body language. Communication is way more than just the words that we speak. So stand or sit with an upright position, maintain eye contact, and keep your facial expressions either neutral or positive. So avoid crossing your arms or pointing your finger or using a very harsh tone or voice, because assertive body language is calm and confident. It really does communicate, I believe in what I'm saying, and I respect you enough to say it to you directly. Now, the line between confidence and perceived aggression is real, but it's often drawn by someone else's biases, not by your intent. You are not powerless in this situation when it happens. By mastering I statements, leading with facts, commenting on the work, asking strategic questions, and using assertive body language, you can reclaim your confidence. Being strategic and respectful in your directness ensures your voice, and it's not only heard, but it's also respected. Your ideas in healthcare are much too important to be silenced by someone else's misinterpretation. All right, if this video helped you, please hit like and subscribe. I post new videos every week to help you build real world fluency in your professional life. Also, please share this with other non native English speakers in healthcare, because I am on a mission to close the English gap. And if you want some more quick fixes, don't forget to download my free guide, 10 phrases every healthcare professional should know. It's jam packed with essential phrases, when to use it, when not to use it, and real life examples in healthcare. The link for that is in the description box below. And if you liked this video, check these other ones out too. All right, that's it for today. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Take care.